all got it.
It's my dad's phone.
Robbo,
It's Jenny.
you sound like your dad. It's Uncle Steve-O.
You're not my uncle.
Yep. You alright? Is your dad there?
He's in the shed working on the camper trailer.
Oh, is he nearly finished?
Yep, he just needs the fans on to do the gas.
What? You tell your dad that I'll come over and do the gas for him.
He's good. He needs someone who knows what they're doing with a license.
Hey, let me tell you, Missy, back in the day I did a DUI course at WA Salvage with Luigi, and I got top marks.
Let me guess. It wasn't fancy, but it was cheap.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, will you let your dad know that I'll come over tomorrow morning? I've got to pop past Bunnings, stick up a few flared fittings, and I'll come over and I'll stick them in. Will you remember to tell him that?
Sure, if I remember.
What do you mean if you remember?
I just remembered. I have to go and do something. Bye.
Don't forget to tell your dad I'm doing the gas. Hey, you still there? You still there? Jenny? Must have gone.
G'day, I'm Ben from Beautiful Plumbing. Now that was loosely based on a true story, but maybe it wasn't true at all. But this is what happens when someone's got a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of skills, but just enough to be dangerous. And that's what happened on this camper trailer here. It's a custom made job, looks fantastic. You know, obviously the tradie's put it together, he's got, you know, knows his stuff, but anyway, he's got a mate or something to do the gas, and it's an absolute debacle. So yeah, I'll just show you what's happening in this and why it's so dangerous. First up, where the gas bottle's located, there's no markings of where they are. Now it's very important that if they are in a storage compartment, that there's a red reflective sticker. So if something goes down and it's on fire or something, the fireys or anyone's helping out, you know, putting stuff out or coming to the rescue, they'll be able to shine a torch or something and it will reflect saying, hey, there's LPG bottles here, so be careful. Front here, there's no labels or anything like that. Now if you go inside, okay, we've got the gas bottles there, but check out over here, you know, here's a battery. You know, you imagine if one of the cables was slightly loose, that could spark quite easily and this whole thing would blow up. There's another one on the other side here, okay? Just here too, there's meant to be a test nipple on this so you can test the gas main. These aren't even, you know, flared for, you know, LPG flares anyway. So another T in here. Now this T goes up like, you know, the guy obviously knows how to bend pipe work. He's done a great job here, but then they've got the hot water system on the outside here. It's just one of the little Julkas, it's got a lovely cover for it. But because these are made to be portable, you're not by law allowed to screw them to anything. They have to be able to be removable, okay? And that's where Patriot Campers got into a bit of trouble because they mounted them on the door. It was safe and everything, but it's just, you know, the wording that they've used, it needs to be portable, so you know, you can't ever bolt this in. You can see, you know, that he's done a great job, nice little bends and everything go up there, but again, this is a flared fitting, but still, you can't have any piping going through into it and in there, you know. So you can see here, there's no seal or anything. This compartment needs to be fully sealed, and there needs to be, down the bottom, there needs to be a hole or vent that the gas, because it's heavier than air, can go down into it, you know. So none of that's happened. So if there was a leak, it could build up, big spark, and the whole thing would, you know, blow. So it's totally set up for remote camping, but make sure you're totally remote from everyone else, because I sure as would not be one of you camping next to this camper trailer the way it is now. I'll show you on the other side now the barbecue setup. Okay, so they've made up this sort of cooker thing on the side here. It's a bit sticky and they've got that mounted in there. So, I mean, the guys who's bought this second hand has never used it. Here's where you can see here where the barbecue is. So I think the guy's cooking here, but this hose goes all the way up here, through there, underneath, all the way around, and underneath here there's a bayonet fitting that is connected to the gas bottles. So again, he could have left this on and gas could have been leaking. If, you know, one of these things it's easy for that to get, you know, bumped, the on-off switch or whatever to get bumped, and then you got gas coming into this whole chamber here as well. You know, also you can see that the hose has copped a lot of folding and bending, or, you know, must be jammed in the door or something. So not ideal at all to have a hose going through into, dust as well coming in here. It's not great. Yeah, so I'll just show you in here. There's a kitchen here, okay? And they're gonna buy one of those dual gas wok burners like the Companion. I've got a video about that one. So they'll probably chuck it up on here when it's finished. Of course, not they're going to bolt it down or anything like that. But we're going to try to stick a couple of bayonets in here to run the hot plate, and also we're going to try and get that Jawker portable again, whether we're going to hang it on the door, because it's very important. If you've got one of those Jawker hot water systems, one of those portable hot water systems, the best thing is to get it as close to the kitchen sink as possible, so you're not wasting too much water as it's flowing through and heating up. Yeah, the only other thing we need to do is put another gas bayonet out here somewhere so that barbecue can be run out over here somewhere. So yeah, first of all we're going to do is get those batteries out of the gas compartment. He's going to go fit them in another compartment, okay? This will be all sealed off with the door, so when the door's shut there's no way the gas can get through. Have to figure out a way to do that. Also we'll put a vent in the bottom, so because LPG is heavier than gas, heavier than air, it'll sink out if there is a leak. Yeah. Get a test nipple on that. Also, we've got to get rid of the Jawker hot water system, take it off that, and get it out the back there. So just bring it up to spec, and then of course I can sign off on it and give it a completion and compliance notice and everything like that. That's what we're going to be doing on this build, making it safe. We'll take some videos as we go along so you can see what we're doing, and also we'll show you the finished product when it's all up and working and safe again. And remember, if you've got a mate who's offered to help out on the gas, just make sure he's got a license. You don't want to be remote camping and then things go pear-shaped or something explodes. Anyway, stay tuned and we'll keep you updated. G'day guys, all safe and all sorted. So we've taken the Jawker off the front of the camper now, so it's not bolted on there. So it's so it fits to the instructional manuals and all the rest of it, because it's meant to be a portable thing. Okay, we've put the LPG sticker on the front, which is really important. So if you do have an accident or something's going on at a campsite, the fire reason, everyone knows that there's LPG stored in there and they've got to be aware of that. Okay, we've also put a 25mm hole in the bottom of the compartment as well. So because LPG is heavier than air, it can drift out inside there. We've put a new gas regulator on. I like the single ones because then you know if one of the bottles is empty or not. You just you have to change it over. It's also got a test nipple, which is important because then we can test for pressures and also make sure there's no leaks when we finalise it. Okay, and most importantly too, that we've taken those big batteries out of there, which were absolute hazards that could set an explosion off at any time. We've removed those completely, pulled out all the wires and everything, so that's all good. He'll have to install those somewhere else now. And also we've put that pinch weld, okay, that sits across there, because it's really important that the compartment, that LPG compartment, is sealed off to the rest of the camper, okay, because you're not really meant to store anything in that LPG storage compartment that is electronic. Like, you shouldn't even have your battery drills in there or anything. So we've got this pinch weld, and they're always quite difficult to do. So as the door shuts, it pinches against this steel strip there from the shelf above and seals it all up. So that's all done too. It's looking great. We've put a bayonet on the side for the barbecue, and also a couple out the back, one for their like wok burner, Companion wok burner that they're going to buy, and also one for the hot water system. Now the hot water system, because it was out the front, when they turned it on and they ran the shower at the back, I've removed that whole hot main, took it right out, because it's not in that location anymore. And I'll tell you, it was nearly like 5.5 meters of hot water pipe. So that would have to empty. All that cold water would have to empty before the hot came through. Now when you're remote camping, you want to save as much water as possible, because you might be able to stay an extra day or so. So by moving it up the back and having it teed right close to the kitchen sink, you're going to use a whole lot less water when you're out there. So I'll put some new quick connect connectors in there, so toolless connection for the gas and also the water, and I'll just show you that now. Okay guys, I just want to show you this too before I show you the hot water system. I had this 3-meter hose installed inside, and I just dragged it out, and I dragged it across the other battery that was stored here. But you can see I put the battery down here now. But as I pulled it across, it sparked on the top of the hot water system, and it just cooked this hose completely. So that's totally stuffed. In about 3 or 4 places it's gone. So yeah, really dangerous. And those they were the batteries that were installed inside the gas compartment, so it's going in the bin, that one. All right, so here we are. Get the new 1.5 meter hose that we're going to use for our hot water system. Okay, so once the dust cap's removed, we chuck that back in there. Okay, And this is live at the moment, okay? So it's not gonna, no gas is coming out because it's got the quick release fitting. So here, the hot and cold, I'll drag it out, I'll show you how it works. Drag it all the way out. So I chucked these new quick release fittings in here. So I've got the hot one that's connected straight to the kitchen sink here, and the cold one is connected to the water tanks and everything. Okay, so we've got the two hoses here. So they're both exactly the same. So first of all, what you do is you hook up your hot. Okay, so the hot goes into the hot on here, just clips in like that. Okay, you grab the other end and you go to the outlet on the hot water system, which is that one there. Okay, hook that on. Same thing with the cold now, right? You always do the cold on first here. You clip that on there. Oh, pop it on. Make sure that's clipped on right. Okay. So, and this little bench comes out on this one. So you put that down. So as soon as you start plugging that in, water will start charging through and going to the hot water system trying to light. Okay, so hot water works fine now. Okay, so that's all going with the kitchen sink. Now, if you're doing it, they have a shower installed out the back there. I'll show you how that works as well. So all you got to do first is just unclip it from the cold side. Just hold on to that so it doesn't go in the sand. Now, there's another hose here that's connected onto the shower. Okay, so you unhook your hot. Okay, and you connect your shower one on under there like that. Oh, you put it on there. Okay, this hot pipe. See how easy it comes out. There's clips. Okay, we don't need that anymore. So now the water will suck straight from the kitchen sink. Okay, so we'll tee it onto the kitchen sink, turn that on now. We'll just go around here. I'll show you. This is the hot water shower here. So now the water's coming from the kitchen sink through the hot water system, and now you've got showers that's connected to your tanks and everything. So really easy to hook up and change over to shower and kitchen sink, and we're not wasting that water anymore. Okay, so we just shut that off. Now to disconnect the whole system, I'll show you how easy it is. Okay, first of all, always just unhook it from the kitchen sink. Okay, grab your hose, empty it out, roll it up. It's really easy, like that. Chuck that in your kitchen sink. Chuck the other one in the kitchen sink too. That's all done. Unhook your shower. That can just pop inside. Leave it in there. That closes up. Okay. Shower just pops back in the back here, like that. Pretty cool. Wheel shuts. Locks on. No worries. Okay. So now the kitchen can just be pushed back in all the way. Okay. Disconnect the gas. Quick like that. Roll it up. All you gotta do is just take your hot water system out and store it. So easy as. So if you need any work done on a camper, or it's unsafe and you want to make it safe and you live in Perth, then give us a call and we'll be happy to help you out. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.